Imagine this, you ask someone to name any card, completely their choice. You don't influence them in any way. Then, from a deck that has been sitting on your table all the time long, you take out that very card and show that that is the card which is different from rest of the deck. Sounds like the legendary Brainwave Deck, right? But the twist is you don't need any Brainwave Deck to perform this trick. You can make the gimmick in no time from the resources you already have in your home. And it takes only a couple of minutes to make the gimmick. And it is easy to do, very, very easy to do. So let us have a look at the presentation, and then I will show you how to do it. Hi David, you can see that there is a deck of cards on my table, and this contains only one card, which is an odd one, which is different than all other cards. We'll get back to these cards a little later. But first of all, just make your mind as clean as possible. Now look at my eyes and just name any card that comes to your mind. Any playing card. What? Six of Hearts, you say it? Now, David, tell me, why are you thinking of Six of Hearts? Is there any special reason? No reason. Maybe I have projected Six of Hearts to your mind. Would you believe that? No, you won't believe. Alright, let me show you these cards. And here I have all the cards like so. And there is, I have got the Six of Hearts. That is the very card you just named. The Six of Hearts. Because you could have named any one of the other cards. There are so many cards. There are in fact 52 cards in a deck of cards, and you could have named any one of them. But you named, for some unknown reason, maybe I projected this card to your mind, Six of Hearts. And do you know why? Because this is the only odd card. Only odd card, a different card, a different back design, a blue card. Strange. At the same time, I take the opportunity to tell you that if you want to take your magic to the next level, please consider joining as a member of my channel in level 2 or higher. That is because in level 2 and in the higher levels, I am sharing some really commercial and professional magical secrets, which I cannot discuss in the open area of my channel for obvious reasons. Every week, I'm uploading some new wonderful effects that I have been performing in my own paid gigs. So, enjoy those wonderful tricks and make your audience amazed. I hope you enjoyed the performance. Magic happens in the mind of the spectators. It is not in the hands of the performer. The only thing that a performer does is a presentation, and the performer makes it look like a real mentalism. It is all in the presentation. Now let us get into the secret. The secret is very, very simple. You need a very special deck of cards. Now don't go away. Don't go away, because I'm going to explain you how to make this at home. Probably you already have all the things that is required to make this deck. Secondly, I'll give you some presentational tips that you need to know in order to perform before live audience. So don't go away. Here, the spectator can just imagine how strong the effect is. The spectator can think of any card. Absolutely no force is required. And that is the very card with a different back design. Now, the question is why I am saying a different back design. Why am I not saying that it has a blue back design? Because whether the different card or a blue or a red back design, it depends upon the card named by the spectator. You'll understand in a moment. So this is the special deck. For this, what I have done is I've taken out all the clubs and hearts from a blue back deck. So you need 2 decks of cards. They should be having similar back designs, but these cards are blue, these cards are red. Now, all the blue cards are clubs and hearts. Clubs and hearts are blue, and here's a joker. It is a red joker. We'll come back to this a little later. And all the spades and diamonds are red. So it's easy. From these 2 decks of cards, you just take out clubs and hearts from the blue deck and all the spades and diamonds from the red deck. Give them a thorough shuffle so that there is no arrangement. All the cards are in a random order, and put one on top of the other. And you are now set to perform. This is a red joker. The red joker is placed in between these 2 cards. That is, in between the red and blue cards. Now, this is a red joker, so it goes here. Remember, the joker has a red back design. You close it. Now, the purpose of placing the joker in between the 2 colored cards is that if somebody names a card that falls in the bottom half, you need to cut the deck from the joker. That will be very easy for you to cut. It looks very natural. Otherwise, you need to find out the division from between the clubs and hearts and spades and diamonds. So in this case, I can just go through and cut from here, and I know now the red cards are at the top and the blue cards are at the bottom. So that is it. So point number 1 is you cannot use card case. These bicycle cards are having the same colored card cases. That means the red deck is supplied with a red card case and the blue cards are supplied with a blue card case. But if you put it in a red card case, the spectators will assume that all the cards have red back designs. It is quite natural for them to assume that. Then if you show that all the cards are blue, then they will doubt. They will understand that something fishy is going on. So either you put this deck in a white card case, if you have a white card case, or in a card case, in a different card case that do not denote any particular color with a blue or red. It can be a mixed colored card case where you can put it. I hope you got my point. In my case, I have just placed it face up and you have seen in the presentation, you ask somebody, say, David, just tell me. But before that, you tell that this deck contains one card which is odd. But don't show the back designs. They should never see the back of this deck. Tell him that you just name any card. Let's say he says, say, 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs, very good. Then a bit of acting is required. You say, why 9 of clubs? Why did you name that card? Is there any reason? Is that your lucky card? They'll probably, most of the time they say, no, that just came to my mind. Do you know why it has come to your mind? Because that is the very card I projected to your mind. Believe me, I'll show you what I mean by that. So saying, you just pick it up, and you now know then clubs and hearts are in the top half of the deck, so it should be in the top half of the deck. And he said 9 of clubs, so you go through the cards, not very slowly, but natural speed, not very slowly, because if you go very slowly, some spectators might notice that all the cards are either clubs or hearts. So you have to spread them quite fast, like so. 9 of clubs, you said. So here is 9 of clubs. That is the card I projected. So saying, you just take hold of this card, their card, square the deck with your left hand, and with the help of this hand, you turn them over, making sure that they don't spread. And now the spectators see that the deck has a red back design. You push them somewhere among the top half of the cards, and you spread the cards like so, and say that you could have named any of the remaining cards, but you didn't. For some unknown reason, or maybe, you see, if you spread too much, then the blue cards will be seen. You don't want that. So you have to be very careful. So you start spreading, and as you are talking, you naturally stop at the center before the blue cards show up. So you say that you could have named any of these cards, but for some unknown reason, you named 9 of clubs, but here it is exposed. So the best way to do this is to mark this card, the last card. You mark the last red card, that the pencil dot. So when you are spreading the cards, as soon as you come to this marked card, you stop and say that you could have named any one of these cards, but for a reason you named this card. Believe me, that is the only card which is an odd card. That means it has a different back design. So saying it just turned over and it has a blue back design, you can turn the deck face up and spread quickly, and it is seen to contain all the cards are different. So that is the presentation. It is very easy. But what if somebody names a card that is in the second half? It's also very easy. You know, the top half are clubs and hearts. Clubs and hearts are in the top half. But somebody names 2 of diamonds. Not a problem. You just run the cards like so. As soon as you come to the joker, you put all these cards to the top and then continue as before. You run the cards like so. And whenever you come to 2 of diamonds, you just outjog it and say that, well, is there any reason why you chose this card? They will say no, or maybe yes, whatever the answer is. You said that you could have chosen any one of these cards, but you chose that very card because, you know, I projected this card to your mind, and that is the only odd card here, and it has got a red back design. The show ends here, and you can spread it quickly, close the spread, put it away, in the tuck case and you're clean. Please give it a try and let me know how much you enjoyed watching this tutorial and how much your viewers enjoyed